Hello everyone and welcome back. Tonight I'll be continuing my Demon Souls playthrough as I read some stories I found on Reddit. But before we get into it, all the stories will be linked in the description below, along with the videos I used, the music I used, and all of the playlists all the playlists of all the other videos I've done, and my TikTok. And that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so this next story is off of the Am I the Asshole like subreddit. And this one's called Am I the Asshole for Not Consoling My Boyfriend Because I Make More Money? And then it starts off with Reddit, I need a gut check if I'm the asshole or not. I make a good deal of money, which I know people will say I'm the asshole already, lol. But I'm very modest lifestyle. My monthly budget is 4K a month, and most months I profit 30K. And I'm self-employed, so it's more, sometimes less. Next month, minor flex, but I'm in a non, and I can, and it'll be around 80K pre-tax. Woohoo! I don't get like that whole section. I'm not gonna like elaborate on it, but I couldn't understand like what they were trying to say there. But anyway, I have a boyfriend and we've been dating for 5 months. He's a good guy, but more traditional than I've ever dated before. He works as an assets manager in a farming shop, paying $15 an hour. We're both in our mid 30s and live in the ass end of nowhere. I only moved here to be close to my niece and nephew. No, he doesn't know what I make. We've only been dating a few months, and I'm private about how much I'm squirrel away. I think so far that's okay. I mean, like, you don't know this person. It's not like he's your husband or anything, and you kind of like want to, like, you're trying. Like, I mean, granted, it's been a few months, but it's like you want to make sure that, like, that he's not dating you for your money, pretty much. So, like, I think keeping that a secret is okay. Eventually, you have to tell him if it's like, depends on how much is a few months. Like, if it's like 2 months, maybe 3 months, even like 3 months might be pushing it, but like even if you're keeping it, then I think that's okay. But anyway, I drive an older Kia, bought a standard um three and a half house last year, but I have almost paid it off. The issue is he saw one of my invoices to a vendor and popped up on my notifications. The bill was 5K. He was shocked I was paying that much, and I told him it was the cost of doing business. And he was like, must be a nice to drop twice what a normal person makes a month on business. I'm usually a water off a duck's back when it comes to conflict, so I told him it would be nice if I didn't have to pay that bill at all. He dropped it, but I was getting a vibe from him the last few days. He seemed distant. I visited at his place and asked him what was wrong. I guess seeing me pay someone $5,000 set him on a complete spiral. He was trying to figure out how he can be a man, and when am I paying other men more than he makes. I did not like the implications of that, like I'm a hooker or something. I asked him if he freaks out on farmers who drops 1,000 on equipment. He said it was different and asked how much I make. He hasn't asked before, which was a little on me because I've always given the impression what I make isn't that impressive. Wow, a lot to kind of like digest there. So I guess because, like, I think so far that no, she's not the asshole. Maybe I'm like misunderstanding it, but like the fact that he automatically assumed that she was paying 5K because he thought that she was fucking other dudes and being paid by them or paying them. Like, that's the impression I get. Like, so far the guy seems like the asshole, and then I like that, like so far I don't know. So it goes on and says, I had a bad feeling, so I lied and told him 120K, which is officially my salary take. And she put officially in quotes. And hi, ROS. I guess that's like a little joke. If you know what S Corps are, you have an idea on what I mean. Anyway, he burst into tears. I think if I was nicer, I should have consoled him or something. I know he's feeling like a loser, which he's not. He has a cool job, in my opinion, and he's super knowledgeable about farm stuff, which I find interesting. he's a pillar in the community because we're surrounded by ranchers and he knows everyone. Again, I found it really cool, but he was upset that I see more money on the regular than he sees in a year. That's kind of understandable, but like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like it didn't like, not to sound like a fucking alpha male, but in men's nature, they feel like they need to be the providers, but like, she likes him for like who he is, which is like doing like farm stuff and all that. Like, he should not be upset about that. Like, she's dating him, she's dating him for him, essentially, and like she makes that very clear. So I kind of take it back. Like, maybe he's not the asshole or anything. I might have misunderstood like what she was saying before, but I don't know. I don't think like so far, like I'm not seeing like, I think maybe he overreacted a bit, and I think he's just worried that he views himself as a loser, which is completely natural. But like, I don't think he's a loser, and she doesn't think that either. But anyway, I may have dropped the ball a bit here, and I told him he's going to have to find a way to be okay with not being the provider, and then just got out of his house, and I just couldn't figure out a way to make him feel better without lying more or making myself small. I will agree with, like, I will say, like, I think lying more about it is not a good look. I think you should just straight up be honest. Like, in a relationship, you don't want to lie. Even if the truth is, like, a little hurtful to him, I guess. Which, I mean, I don't think it should be, but if it is, it is. Like, you have to be fucking honest. So, I think, I don't know if I would lie about it. But I guess I could have told him that working in a farm store is super fucking manly or something. I don't know. It's easy to think of these things afterward, which is true. And then it goes on and says, my guess is it's some early midlife crisis, but I resent that it's coming at my expense. That because I'm doing well, he feels bad. If I find out he secretly had a lot of family money, I would be very happy and glad for him. But no. Learning I could cover a $5,000 bill for my own business made him feel like less like a man to the point where he had to throw shade on me. That's a him problem. I'm still kind of pissed about that. I didn't know I'm also coming from a place of super privilege, but it's because it's been a few years since I've had to think about the bills, and I don't care what people say. That changes you. So am I the asshole? So I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think neither one is the assholes. Like, so I think let's actually read some comments and then I'll give my opinion. So this first one says, not the asshole. One of my brothers was married to a woman who made at least 4 times what he did. He did most of the cooking and she loved it. She thought my brother hung the moon. And the only reason they're no longer married is that her third battle of cancer took her up. And neither of them ever had an issue with who made how much. Oh, that's sad. And then the original poster says, that's very sweet. I'm sorry for your family's loss. And then let's see here. Yeah, and then this one person says, you only know him a short while. Do not share how much you make. That is a him problem, which I 100% agree with. Like, you guys just started dating, like, and that's the other thing. Like, I think the fact that he got like emotional about it was a bit over exaggerated. Maybe I'm the asshole for saying that, but anyway, yeah. But this commenter goes that him problem will not improve if he knows, and you're not responsible for others' insecurity. Move on if he keeps harping about it, which I agree with. But once again, I understand his point of view too. I think he just, kind of like a little, like, over the top. Not an answer. His inferiority complex is not your problem. See, I don't think, yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like, we shouldn't like be like think that that's like such like a like not a normal thing that people feel like. And now honestly, I wouldn't be mad at my girlfriend or significant other if she made more than me, but I would feel bad in the sense of like I wouldn't be mad at her for it, but I would feel bad to be like, man, I feel like I need to be the provider and all that. But sometimes like that isn't like a big deal to people, which is normal. But you shouldn't have to diminish yourself. You make him feel good about himself. He should be proud of you. He should be pushing you to be the best version of yourself, vice versa. Which 100%. That is 100% true. I'm not gonna read the rest of this comment because I want kind of. So my thoughts about it is, I don't think she's the asshole. And if anyone's the asshole, it's more him. But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from. But yeah, this story was pretty kind of crazy for the most part. Like, not crazy, but I don't know. There's not much more this I could say about it. Let's move on to the next story. Okay, so this next story was actually posted by someone that didn't post like the original story. So this is a repost, and it's called "I fell in love with my married neighbor, then I babysat his kids. Now I'm questioning my feelings." Okay, so right off the bat, that is a wacky, like, honestly, like, in my opinion, goofy title. Maybe some might even say zany. So we are gonna just get straight into it and figure out what the fuck is going on. So it starts off with, okay, so first of all, I'm new to Reddit, so sorry if there are any mistakes or something. I obviously can't talk about this with any of my friends or my mom, but then I saw, okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. I'm assuming that this is a younger individual posting this, because they're talking to my friends, or like, I'm assuming that they're younger. I'm assuming like they're like teenagers or something. But then I saw a Reddit post on TikTok, and I thought this would be a good place to talk about this. I'm also going to post this in a couple of different places based on what came up when I googled best Reddits to post on for advice. So I'm also sorry if this shows up multiple times. I finally know you're going to judge me, but at least try to understand my side. Thanks. So I'm 34-year-old woman. Okay, so there goes that theory. And 7 months ago, I had a messy breakup with my long-term boyfriend, so I moved in with my best friend and her husband in a house we're all renting together. It was then I met my neighbor, who I will call K. So I'm guessing Kevin, that is the actual first letter, so Kevin, Keith, or whatever. He has helped us move our stuff into the house, and I was instantly smitten. We live in the suburbs of a major city, so we both ended up on taking the train into work at the same time each day. I knew Kay had a wife and kids very early on, and he talked about them often, and pictures of them on his lock screen, social media, etc. However, initially, it started off as a very innocent, silly crush. He's handsome and funny and sweet. The first time we rode in the train, he asked me about my job and seemed genuinely interested in what I was saying, which is something my ex never did, and something we fought over a lot. He always doing things for his kids, like bringing home treats and stuff for them and staying on the phone with his older daughter in the entire ride to work because she needed a prep talk about a school presentation. It was just so easy to imagine how lovely and attentive Kay would be with me, because he is like that with everyone else. And then it goes, Kay has never said or done anything to imply that he has feelings for me yet, but we are generally friends by now because we talk on the train, which is about a 20-minute ride almost every weekday. I had never had trouble getting the attention of men, and with this basis, I know that we could have easily become something more. So this is already like, I'm gonna stop it right here because this is automatically become a very sticky situation. It seems like you're taking his friendliness and kindness into a whole like another level. Like it seems like you're making like he's in love with you already. Like you're kind of like picturing some stuff. I could be mistaken it, but it seems like he's just like that with everyone, and you're mistaking his friendliness for flirting or being like romantic with you. By the way, once again, I'm talking to the person like the story's about, like the person that wrote this story. I'm not talking about the reposter. By the way, I don't know why I have to clarify that, but I'm clarifying it. But it seems like she's just obsessed with this guy, and she's mistaken his kindness for like kind of like as in, oh, he's in love with me, and we could be something more if he just leaves that family of his. But anyway, I kind of got off track. I completely forgot where I left off. Sorry. Something more. Okay. I also learned shortly after I developed feelings for him that his wife is someone I went to school with, and I was surprised because they are polar opposites. He's funny, she is dry. He's exciting, she is cautious. He's a little dumb, she's very smart intellectually. Look-wise, this feels mean, but yikes, I just don't think their personalities fit very well together at all, and I can easily see Kay getting stuck in a relationship because he's just so nice. Okay, you seem like that you are being just mean because you have feelings for this guy, and you're just saying like, oh, he shouldn't be with her. He should be with me. I'm the alpha woman. But anyway. Then it goes on and says, the issue is that yesterday, even Kay knocked on my door. I asked if I could watch his kids for a bit. This was, of course, no trouble. I said yes right away. He told me that his wife has gotten in a car accident while away on the business trip, and because she's pregnant, he was super worried and had to book the next flight to go out and see her. And they don't have any family in the state currently, so he asked me to keep an eye on them for a few hours while the family friend drove several hours to watch them at night. Now is there the issue that came in? I think her grammar right in that was very off. These kids were an absolute nightmare. They were 3 girls, and the oldest was your typical brat preteen times 1,000. She was rude, didn't respect my authority at all, arguing with me about everything from dinner to who had to clean up to what movies she was allowed to watch. I even heard her call me a bitch under her breath, and a couple times. The middle was rowdy and constantly wanted to play loud, messy games when I told her no. The youngest was the most sweet and quiet on her own, but she joined in with whatever drama the middle wanted to cause. So, man, kids could be annoying. Kids could definitely be annoying, but I feel like I know where this is going. I'm not gonna say it yet because every theory I've said in these videos, like the next paragraph completely just destroys it. But I'll say it afterwards if it's true or even wrong. But it accumulated in me agreeing to play hide and seek with the younger two, and ended up getting locked out of the house. When I went back and tried to convince the oldest to let me in through the back screen door, she pretended she couldn't hear me and pretended to put her headphones on. Thankfully, the family friend arrived a few minutes later and let me in, and then when I went home, this makes me sad because before now I would have also dreamed about being a stepmom to Kay's kids one day because of how highly he would talk about them. Now I want nothing to do with them, but at the same time, this is further proof that Kay and his wife are not happy because children from a happy home do not behave like this. Oh my lord, what are you doing, lady? Why are you making this be about, oh, it's Crew and not a happy marriage? That's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. That she was gonna try to blame blame the Kay's wife. I'm sorry, but don't get me wrong, kids can be annoying, but you're making this way worse than it has to be. Like, that is fucked what she just said. Anyway, I just want to have a relationship with Kay, but I do not know if it's possible because his kids and I would not get along. This is even before a potential divorce where their mother could easily get them to hate me. I really love Kay. I know that we could have a beautiful relationship if I pursued this, but this has really shaken me. I just wish I had someone to talk to about this, but everyone in my life would judge me. Yes, everyone's probably going to judge you here. Like, oh, okay. These are some comments that I got posted in this repost, so let's actually read it. Honestly, it doesn't sound like you love him. You romanticize him and have this fantasy life in your head. Exactly. Oh, sorry, my tablet mic kind of just fell, fucking hit the desk by accident. But anyway, in your head, you act like he would drop his wife and run away with you. You justify this to belief, saying his children are wild, so it must be an unhappy home. Exactly. Meanwhile, you completely ignore the fact that his wife is pregnant and he dropped everything to go to her. You say the kids do not respect your authority. It sounds like they barely know you and suddenly you're in charge. You're not their mother and will never be their mother. Exactly. This commenter fucking nails it on the head. And then they go on to say, "You think you will have a beautiful relationship with Kid if you pursued him? No, you wouldn't. He has a family that he clearly loves. Just because he's nice to you doesn't mean he wants you. I encourage you to discuss things with a professional because this isn't healthy." Wow. Wow. And then she has a meltdown, it looks like, in the next, like, thing. How do you know whether or not you love him? Are you inside my head? You can love someone before being in a relationship with them. And just like, I don't know for sure that he loves me. You don't know that he doesn't. You never know until you cross that bridge. Again, yes, that is some circumstances. You are in love with someone before you even date them, once you get to know them, but you don't know that he even loves you. Like, yeah, like, you say that, like, you don't know that he doesn't. Well, you can easily turn that around and be like, well, you don't know that he does love you. It is crazy. It is, we're in the wacky zone. Like, this story is as zany and goofy as it's. And honestly, it is unhealthy. She's obsessed with him. And then he goes, "I know he wouldn't just drop everything and run away with me. There would be months and even years of divorce court, custody arrangements." Well, yeah, that commenter obviously knew that, but like, you're still thinking though that that he wants to be with you. I'm sorry, I'm overstepping my ground. If he decided to leave his wife, and before the comments come in, yes, I know there's no guarantee that he would do that, but Kay's a good, honest man. If anything were to happen between us, he would absolutely leave his wife because it wouldn't be fair to either of us. He told me he believes very strongly in fairness. And that's why I'm asking. I know this could be messy situation if anything happened. I just want to know if his kids being difficult will make things worse if this does happen. I want to know if the potential pros outweigh the potential cons. And it seems like that she wants him to also, like, leave his kids. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. Anyway, update to okay, yeah. So here's an image trend. Okay, so there was a screenshot. Blank or and well, no, like, this is a transcription of the screenshot. Like, there isn't like a screenshot. Oh, here we go. This looks good. Blank and the girls. Okay, thank you for watching, girls. Of course, anytime. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Thumbs up emoji. And then K here sends the the Reddit post here. It looks like. Like, then again, this isn't like a screenshot of anything, but is this you? Because if it is, we need to talk. I promise you that I have absolutely no interest in leaving my family for you. I'm sorry if I ever gave you the wrong idea, but I don't see you as anything more than a neighbor. I don't think we should be friends anymore. Whoa. And the original poster goes, "Wait, can I call you?" Holy fuck. Yeah, everyone's saying this is like, oh my god. Yeah, the commute the next morning must. Someone said the commute the next morning must have been rough. Oh my god, man, that is fucking crazy, man. This is the most wacky. That is one of the most wacky stories I've ever read on here. Seriously, like, that is. Was like, this is very real. I think this is real. My god, like, there's nothing much left to say because, like, pretty much like what this person did was trying to, exactly like when the guy even calls her out on it. She was trying to make him leave, not just his wife but his family. Alright, everyone, that's all the stories for tonight. But before I end it off, I want to mention that I know that I haven't been uploading as frequently, like, even though it's been, I think, like, only like 3 days, maybe 2 days. I think it's 3 days by the time this goes up. But that's because I've been going through some life changes recently. Nothing bad. Actually, some pretty good stuff recently. But it's just that I'm going to be a lot more busy now, so I'm trying to figure out time, like, to make sure that I'm able to record these videos for you guys. But yeah, but hopefully we'll go back to normal soon. I'm hoping like, you know, as soon as this video goes up, we can go back to doing daily uploads. I just need to record a bunch of videos in time just so I can schedule the uploads and stuff. But enough of that mumbo jumbo. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I think that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you had a relaxing time, and I'll catch you guys later. Good night, everyone.